The issue we're seeing boots on the ground, it used to not be until high school. Like even when I was coming up in the early 2000s, graduating high school, we played 3 sports all the way throughout. And then towards the end of high school, I started getting recruited for football. You start making decisions. Okay, I knew my days as a pitcher or my days as a basketball player were coming to an end. We got to spend time where it matters. The issue is now that decision is getting younger and younger and younger to the age of where at 10 years old, you have parents saying, okay, my kid's only a baseball player. My kid's only a basketball player. And what we're seeing, again, locally, like boots on the ground, living it with our kids is everybody wants to be on a good team because you get really good coaching. But in order to be on the really good team, unless you are the outlier athlete, you're just the kid that walks onto the baseball field, he's the shortstop. You walk into the basketball gym after that, you're the point guard and you're an elite athlete. For the rest of us, for everybody else, the best way to make the top level travel baseball team where you're going to get the best coaching, play against the best competition, go to all the big tournaments is to only specialize playing baseball because you can develop the skill through the repetition to keep up with maybe kids who are bigger than you, faster than you, or just naturally more gifted. And parents are making those decisions. If you're going to be a 3-sport athlete now and you want to play at a top level of all of them, you better have hit the genetic jackpot or else you're not going to keep up. And that is what I think. I don't think parents want to do it. I feel like they're forced to do it. And I think it's a huge issue.
Yeah, it's you're forced to make a commitment, and most parents don't know that. That's why I think that if you're the son of a professional player, you kind of understand the journey, and then you understand the importance of doing things not so much at an early age. Many times, I think parents don't realize that you're not gaining that huge advantage by doing that, and they are pressured because if you want to be on that team, that good team, you have to commit not only to that season, but in fall ball and the practice sessions
Absolutely.
And all that kind of stuff in between. But I would say to the parents that have a really gifted child and all the sports want him to play, I would test the system, they say, well, you can't, Johnny, you can't be on this team unless you commit the whole time. And then you could say, okay, then we'll go someplace else. And normally, if you're good enough, that team is going to want you and they're going to make some concessions in the rules. So there's all kinds of angles and way to look at it, but I would prefer less pressure, more development, more understanding of their concepts at each level. And then really you get serious when you get, more in the high school and my high school, it resulted in me being drafted. I went away to play pro ball at 17 years old.
Thank you guys so much for following along here at You Think. Make sure you guys subscribe and continue to follow for all the exciting news coming down the line here at You Think.